Alright. Alright guys, so I have been doing a bunch of stuff the last couple days. Oh, actually I just noticed I forgot to reset the colors on this stuff. Let's do that real quick. Wow, people join the stream. Alright. That should be all of them. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Cool. So I have been working on this area mostly, and then this cavern that I was starting to work on during last stream, and for the most part, it's pretty much done. For a rough out, anyways. But you know what? Actually, I need to. Finish off this doorway. So let's do that real quick. Hey Chaz, how's it going? Hey Kuksana. I think I do want to cut that one spot. Doing all right, eating lunch. How about yourself? Actually, I just finished lunch. I'm doing pretty good, minus the allergy like crud and the fact that I haven't talked in like excuse me, in like 6 hours. So I'm sure the beginning of this stream is going to be lovely sounding as I'm like breaking up all the congestion. Love allergy season. My internal clock is insane. I had no idea what time it was, but came here out of habit. That's funny. So, kind of finished up that area that I was working on last stream. Got some crisscrossing across that ravine. Maybe let's changed that. And then started working over into this area. And also started, when I was kind of finalizing that area, I started bringing some of that into some of the other areas that are more complete. I still need to kind of bring it down into the area I'd been working on last week. And then we're getting close to kind of pulling into this area, and then really that's where the big stuff is going to start happening. Nordan, thank you for 11 months. Hey, Peter's in chat. I hope all is well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Hope you are as well. Let's continue. I have not, but I bought it for my son. And he's played it a little bit, and he was saying it was pretty good. What happened over here? Actually, I know exactly what happened over there. It's what happens when you run edge loops all the way down, and then you don't pay attention. Bad things happen. Hey, Stoic. Yep, my semester has been done for almost 2 weeks. Yeah, technically the last time I was in class was 2 weeks ago, but on the next Monday is when I had submitted my grades. So I am done for about a month and a half, and then I've got a summer course. What was the final project for your students? Well, that will depend on the different classes I was teaching. The texturing class, I had them doing a small environment. So like a 1, maybe 2 room environment or space. Overall though, that class did very well, which was awesome. And then I was teaching the thesis class, so it was kind of like the production portion of the thesis class, so they just had to kind of get their capstone projects done. And then why am I totally blanking out what other class I taught? Oh, the other one was like an interactive environment. So it was a semester-long group project that they worked in a group to create a an interactive excuse me, an interactive environment based off of some prompts that were given like the first day of class. So kind of game jam-y-esque, but turned out pretty good. This year there were 2 groups, so I used to do that project as a solo project, but I think changing it to a group project was a good call. They're able to get a much more complete environment done. That area looks so good. The smooth, rounded ground caverns are. Are you talking about here? Yeah, this was... most of my day yesterday was coming through here and trying... oh, you know what? I kind of want a couple more of these little points. You know, coming in here and really giving it that cavern feel. And then, you know, taking those caverns and caves and making things that cut back and forth, and you know, areas you can kind of run along these spots as well. But really just kind of making it feel more complete. Oops, I forgot to fix that. Hey, Zirkin. Any of your students watch the stream? A couple of them I think do occasionally, but they don't actually talk. I also know one of my coworkers occasionally will say he he'll watch a stream occasionally while he's doing work. Is the water going to be down in that part? This part, no. At least there's not plans for water over here. This is actually going to be a zone line into... this will go to Sungreet. So Sungreet will have the other side of this structure running into it. And right now I'm just kind of trying to take these couple little structures here, break, and then use these kind of broken pieces that I've made real quickly and kind of break it up so, you know, like, it's not all open line of sight. You could have mobs over here, back in here, that type of thing. Just so that there's not, oh, it's this giant open space. So I need a couple more throughout this area. Remind you of Petra? Similar. Well, we're actually... this area, I'm leaning a little further away. But we're looking at the Cappadocian ruins in Turkey. So this gate was kind of the inspiration for this first gate. And then I'm carrying that over here. Just a much larger scale. Alright, so... I kind of feel like this area should be a little deeper. I'm also trying not to get too crazy with this area, but... it already turned out a little bit more than I was originally going to do with it, and I was really, actually, originally my idea was just I was going to take the, where'd it go? I was going to take this, put it over there, and then, that was just going to be the zone line. And then Sean came up with this idea to kind of have a much larger, similar scale to it. And then because I had opened up the end of it here so much to actually kind of get that to work, I was like, oh, I may as well throw a couple other larger scale structures that have crumbled over the millennia. And I should really also add some more details to this one, because I forgot to do that. So let's do that before we start finishing off some of the other stuff. Oops. I've been using this yellow color to kind of show where there's going to be broken rubble-y type material later on. So if anyone ever wonders why I have like weird colors on things, it's just because I can select the color and then I can go to select color and then I can be like, okay, I want that to be this, and then I can, if it, for instance, that material is using vertex color, so that's why it was still yellow. But so that's essentially why I'm coloring different spots different colors. Sometimes they might not look accurate to the colors that and the materials that they'll represent, but it's the Twin Peaks style song. I hear it now. We need a white lodge and a black lodge zones now. Excuse me. Again, apologies. My allergies have been slightly annoying the last couple days. Oops. Kind of the area that I had been working on last before I went to eat lunch. So that's why it's like half done. Oops. Oops, if I use the right hotkey. Yep. Yep, Sukin, I am on summer break. Until like mid-July. When I have a 2-week summer course. Where do I teach? I teach at the Cleveland Institute of Art. Mostly teach in the game design department, but occasionally I'll have some overlap with animation or foundation classes and stuff. Oops, I guess it helps if I select both edge loops. side should probably still have the ceiling color. Actually, should probably be attached to the ceiling. I need to go. I haven't really been keeping the UVs clean on everything, just because a lot, especially on these canyons, because as I move stuff around, it just breaks all over the place. So I will have to do a pass on that some point soon. Anybody up to anything fun this weekend? Can you tell I changed like where my my windows are? I keep going to like edit colors over here, but I have it on this screen, just to make streaming a little bit easier. But that's probably like the third or fourth time since I started the stream. Like, went over to that screen and then been like, whoops. Still on Streamlabs, Dukin. I have to take the time. I might actually do it this weekend and take a look at the file that you gave me, and then like convert it over to my stuff. I was gonna do that last weekend, but man, paintball kicked my ass, and it was less about like getting hit by the paint. One, because I didn't get hit that often, not to like brag, but like I was, it was more the being out of shape. And my body not enjoying squatting and jumping and diving and all of that. But Sunday I was just like completely dead, and that was the day I was originally gonna do it. I know that feeling. I'm 100% potato shaped. Yeah, I'm not as round as I have been, but I am definitely not fit like I have been. um, Granted, I haven't been like peak fitness in a while. We'll just put it that way. It's been quite some time since I was at my physical peak. But I mean, I do a lot of hiking and stuff during the summer, but hiking is a little bit different than like running and jumping and crouching and diving on the ground and all that. That should be good. Yep. Or this one. Crazy when Probaloo does that. Hmm. Almost done. Oops. Oops, almost forgot. There we go. Okay, so let's throw some more of these rocks around, and then I'm gonna kind of do more canyon work. This would actually help if I didn't have it floating. Oh, come on. Where the initial shape was. Let's give it a slightly more unique shape. Leaving those pieces in a bit, but so again, just trying to get some stuff that will help break up line of sight a bit. And create some more paths and stuff like that. Did anybody end up jumping into the new TLP? Hey, Brown Butcher. How's it going? Putting enough addictions to start that one up again. I hear you. I was sitting there like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. And then Wednesday popped up and I was like, oh, the new TLP happened. Do I want to do it? I've been like battling myself to some degree. Like, man, it'd be great to play some EQ right now, and then I'm like, but I could be doing work on M&M. I think though, had it been the random loot rule set, I would have just done it. I wouldn't have been able to resist. Beautiful day, 3-day weekend. Yep. Yeah, it's been nice. It's been like slightly cool and chilly, which is like, but like some warmth in the sun, which is totally my type of weather. At least here. Someone told me it was Donkey Dicks, so I'm surfing for a while. I went back and forth on doing the new TLP. I'll have to try to think of some new experience, which is tough after how much I've played. Daybreak needs to open up Classic Box that looks at Valius with Classic Freeport and shit. They're missing out. It would be kind of cool to see them do that with like the classic zones again. I honestly don't know like how difficult that would be for them to do. I would assume that the zone files are still there. But... Agreed, would jump right back in. Report if possible. I played TLP for quite a while. Just stopped going to Freeport because I couldn't stand the new graphical layout. I run through Freeport, the new Freeport, but I just have one path, and I think the only other time I've ever had to do anything in there was maybe on Agnar doing like an epic turn-in. I'm trying to remember if the Ranger has a turn-in in Freeport. I think they do. And then what was the other? Oh, the Muffin Quest, the one time I actually participated in a Plane of Growth raid minus standing there with my bow in my hand So it looks like I'm doing something, but I'm not, because I don't want to do the muffin quest. Muffin quest? It's if you are Tanar aligned, and you know, like you start out in Felwith, or Kelthin, and you go and you kill Tanar, your city no longer likes you. And as I start as a half-elf, in Kelthin, I tend to not be liked if I go into Planet Growth and kill stuff. So normally, when it's Valius raiding time, I pretend that I'm participating. To be fair, I don't go in on loot. But if I'm required to be at the raid and Planet Growth pops up and you pay attention to me, I'm usually not killing anything. But yeah, the Muffin Quest, you basically just go and buy like a couple thousand muffins and then like turn them into somebody who's like, I don't know, 100 feet away. But it's such a pain to go run there and do that every single time your guild decides to go and kill your god, when all the other gods in the game can be killed by their worshippers and not get their faces beaten in when they use Origin. Yeah, I did the Muffin Quest for the faction. Fun. Yeah, I don't, unless I have to. That's where I'm at in my my EQ Valius rating. Normally, if I know it's a Valius a Planet Growth raid, I'll just skip. Because besides buffing, I'm not really doing anything. Besides getting DKP, I guess. The amount of people that are that want to invite me to their raiding guilds just plummeted. For me openly admitting to that. Hey Justin, how's it going? Got 3 EQ guessers. Although Twitch will only allow you to do 2 today. Yep, it's only 2 per stream. Although, I don't know if anyone's actually tried to do a 3rd. So it's supposed to be limited, but I don't know if it's ever actually been tested. I just noticed there's a big old gap right there because I was not paying attention when I did that. Oh, Rev Chimley started it off. Let me bring up a fresh game. You're delaying the release. Oh man, I don't know. This one is really tough. Zukin, the internet's telling us something. After your stream yesterday, and then this is the first one that pops up. It should be. I'm gonna move it over here. No, I'm gonna put it right there. You suck. That was not in front of the bridge. Is this Blackborough? I know I've seen this room before. And I'm pretty sure it's Blackborough. Yep, wrong spot. Alright, somewhere in Akanon. That's about all I can tell you. Oh my gosh, stop skipping. Okay, we gotta look for this shape. Alright, I think it's right here. Because it looks like this goes off and stops. That wraps around, and I think that's a bridge right there. It's really hard to tell because it's really pixelated and dark. And then it runs along that way. I think that's where it's at. And I was right. I used to kill the gnome that was standing there. We're on Kunark. Trying to think where it has the little diamond spikes on the corners. Whoa, where am I? Oh. Planar growth. Or no, that's planar fear. Is it here? 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe? I'm just gonna guess there, because honestly, I don't know. Alright, got it. The diamond shape is what kind of... Oh, this is... east Eastern Waste? Giant Fort? No. Eastern Waste Giant Fort has 3 in it, doesn't it? Or no, it's 2. That's the one I was thinking of. Stop. This isn't Rygor. Is this the one in Great Divide? Got it. Not a terrible game. The Blackborough one. I was in the right zone, just the wrong spot. Alright. Back to creating M&M Guesser. Excuse me. There we go. These look a little bit too many lines running perfectly vertical. It looks a lot less organic when it's like that. That's better. Well, this should probably be a crevice. There. So I'm just gonna do it that way. Let's see. Ishmanite, how are you doing this afternoon? I'm doing a model right now, and I thought the exact same thing about it. You said it on my tab. Mine shouldn't be perfectly vertical. Yeah, that's one of the easiest ways to make something look computer generated and not organic, is having lots of straight lines. But it's also one of the things that, like, I don't know, sometimes can be one of those things you easily overlook. Why does this feel wrong? Oh, it's because I got a bunch of straight lines. But it's amazing how much little imperfections and stuff like that can really affect how believable something ends up being or not being. This should have some cool god rays when eventually, like right now, the top of this isn't shelled off. I shelled off most of this, even though some of it's going to need more work, and was playing around with like how to potentially handle the tops of them. So you can see, like, I did a little bit of extra modeling on the top over there. But like now these areas won't get light bleed as bad, although some of this area is still pretty open. So it just kind of depends where it is and where the sun isn't right now. But I think this should have a pretty cool kind of sun setting through this crevice. The only thing is it doesn't... I don't think it actually has a spot that it's going to be perfectly... I guess right here it'd probably be the best, where you can get it more down at the horizon, but it still should look pretty cool with the god rays. Okay, you know what? Let's take a run around real quick. I think I need some more like rocks or broken up bits and stuff in this area, but we should probably take a run around real quick. What am I doing? Oops. As I almost throw my Steam Deck across... Or Stream Deck, not Steam Deck. Stream Deck across the, room. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, I know I hit that. Let's cast speed. Helps if I actually use the cast command. Speed of wild. So yeah, let's actually get this time set 7 a.m. What? Oh, I put a space between time and set. Shocking typo. So yeah, you can see it's not 100% complete, but it's starting to feel more like a canyon in here. And we definitely have got the kind of more slanted, or not slanted, but like water carved. Although I might tighten it up a little bit in this area. Maybe not. think this area tightens up a little bit better. Still got some areas that I got to work on a little bit. And this is a little wide, so I think I'm going to put some more rocks and stuff like that. Maybe pull some of these spots in. Okay, yeah, it's feeling a little wider than I want it. Opens up to here. Check, see what I can actually run up and what I can't. Okay, so this can be climbed. Do I have my... No, I don't. It's all. Also, that can't be climbed and is tall enough to act as a block for any mobs, like visual block. Line of sight. Oh, I actually thought you were going to be able to get up that. I will have to adjust that. Actually, I don't necessarily have to adjust that because that's not necessarily a specific gameplay idea up there. This definitely needs some more stuff just to break that up. I could probably use a couple pieces in here too. I want to move that a little bit over more. I need to fix that. Yeah, fix that piece. This isn't too bad. Okay, I was slightly worried that this area would be like super easy to get stuck on. Gnomes might get stuck down there. Hey, Patrick. Move this over slightly. Maybe push that wall in. Eventually, I think I want a big statue right there. A broken statue, but a statue nonetheless. And then eventually, like I said, this will be the zone line, like right here, to Sun Greet. I think if this ends up hitting kind of on what Sean was talking about, I'll do a little bit more with the sides, and then I think I kind of want to like cave in part of the roof, so maybe there'd be a cool like light shaft thing going on in here. But I don't want to get too over the top with it if this isn't hitting on the idea that Sean had. Need to fix that. Okay, so we will run back and we will take the top route. That sounds nice. Yeah, with I think it would be cool, and it gives a little bit extra, like, debris chunks and stuff to kind of plop down so the content guys can hide some mobs from line of sight if they want to put mobs in there. Let me push that a little bit more. So yeah, a lot of the stuff you guys kind of saw last week, or not last week, on Wednesday. I might lower this so that at least this first one's easy to walk up on, because right now it's a little high. You have to jump, and then these other ones are fine. So yeah, I might lower that. I need to clean up the ramps and stuff in there. Should probably do that next. Cool. And scale's working in this spot. I just need to clean up the floors on both of those areas. Jump over here. And, oh, shoot. You know what? I have to... Oh, that was not what I was trying to do. We'll fly. I may need to... At one point, this was closer to that. So I want you to be able to jump across here. Oh, you can make it, but I'll have to make that closer so mobs will follow you if you're training. Cool, and you can get up here. Any secret invisible doors? Not yet. There will be. Not in this zone. There are in other zones. I haven't put any secrets in this zone yet. Some of the reason is just that there's going to be a lot of stuff going on underneath areas of the zone. And I kind of want to see how everything links up before I start building in secrets. Secret tunnels and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah. Alright, so we need to fix this slightly, because I doubt that is going to let me... let me check the navigation, but I doubt there's a path for the mobs to follow. Yeah, just up there. Okay. So let's... There we go. So I grab the right face. Game is looking awesome. How are you guys finding the development so far? Our funding? Currently, we're just doing this in we're kind of, most of us are like moonlighting. So my day job is I teach game design at the college level. So that is how I'm funding what I've been doing. But yeah, we're kind of just you know, shoestringing it right now. Have you told any of your students about this game? Yeah, most of them know, I think. That I'm working on it. Game looks better than Pantheon already. Oh, thank you. Free summer lab for smart kids. Yeah, like I said, I think a couple of them will occasionally watch streams and stuff. Because they'll like come in the next day and like mention something. But yeah, most of them are aware. Currently, I don't think any of my students are big MMO players. I've had some in the past, but not currently. And honestly, I don't know if I've ever had a student that was into classic MMOs. Got to get some interns. Well, I happen to have access to a decent amount of college students if we ever decide we need some. Alright, what was the other thing I needed to do? Oh yeah, this. I wanted to bring that down a little bit more. And let's turn that off. And let's try to shrink some of these spots. Redirect that edge. Yeah. I like that better. I keep crazy busy doing commissions on the side to keep things afloat. Yeah, the one nice part about teaching is I get summers to do this. would be really sweet if I was eligible for sabbatical. That would be cool. Just get paid to stay at home for a year and work on M&M would be sweet. Yes, I'm still watching. Soon you'll be swimming in sweet, sweet subscription money, Goblin. It's crazy to think what we could do full time. Oh yeah, I constantly think about that. The amount of work we get done doing this part time. The amount of work we could get done if we were working full time would be insane. Oops, helps if I grab the right edge loop. Crazy to kind of think about, but this dungeon is taking me way longer than Wormsbane did. Like Wormsbane, I had it up and running in like in a rough out stage, like 2 or 3 days. Although this one I think has more stuff going on in it. So that's part of the reason it's taken a little longer. And the indoor-outdoor nature. The outdoor nature is mostly what I've been working on. Indoor stuff is a lot faster to do. Let's see. Why don't you guys raise money? We haven't we've decided to continue working on the proof of concept as we have been, at least for now. Because once we start accepting money, it changes the relationship and the expectations. And we're still kind of like figuring some stuff out here and there. So we have, that's an advantage to doing it the way we have been doing it. And, while it'd be great to have, someone come in and drop a couple million, there's the others, the other side of that where now you, have pressures from, the investor to, 10x the initial investment or whatever. So you end up, that's how a lot of things will change once an investor gets involved. So, not to say that if, you know, we didn't find the right fit, that wouldn't happen. But, you know, we've been making good progress at what we have been doing. And I don't know. For me personally, I would enjoy as much, and you know, at the end of all my streams being like, don't forget to pledge, or don't forget to do this or that. I don't know. It's less in my my nature to like, even though I definitely really like the project and all of that, it feels weird to a degree, like plugging the stuff in that way, or at least at this stage. But that's kind of a me portion of it. But yeah, like Rev Chumley said, the plans to kind of get the game to the proof of concept phase. So, you know, that would be, there's about a dozen zones for the proof of concept. And it would be, you know, like a city zone, a monster city zone, which this zone that I'm working on will also be our first kind of test with the monster cities. So you'll be able to like faction up with the Ashira. And you know, get quests and stuff from them. But you know, that would come at the expense of like not being KOS in Night Harbor. So stuff like that. And we want to be able to get all of that kind of figured out and like the game dialed in to what we want. And then at that point, we will you know, get into more of the financial stuff and how do we grow, how do we scale the project at that point, from, you know, the dozen zones that cover, you know, level 1 to level cap in terms of content, have proofed out dungeons, have proofed out underwater zones, have proofed out, you know, all that kind of stuff that we want. You know, mounts and, you know, pack animals and all those little things that we want to do. And, you know, tried out some of the other things we want to do, like the trading system and all of that. And then, you know, if we do go to a campaign or crowdsource or something like that, it's, hey, this is the game we're raising money to, you know, scale essentially at that point, or finding an investor that is, you know, down with what we're trying to do. I imagine we might eventually, but we still have a lot of work or stuff to work out. Yeah, exactly. It's a more a more concise way of saying it, I guess. I can be very long-worded, if you guys have not noticed. I like to ramble and talk myself in circles. Just from what I've seen, you guys are looking way further than Pantheon. Uh, Probably because you have a better management behind the scenes and have they have raced 2 rounds already. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some differences. The games themselves are I think fairly different too. In terms of like what the feel of the game is. Granted, I have not, admittedly, I haven't played Pantheon. So that is all just me judging from the videos and stuff I've watched over the years. I have a feeling it feels more Vanguard-like, where we feel a little bit more EQ inspired. But regardless, I mean, I wish Pantheon the best. If and when it comes out, I'll definitely check it out. We definitely could use more games in that classic inspired area of the MMO market. Although they've I think expanded a little bit out and aren't trying to necessarily nail the classic niche anymore, but I think they still have some influence from it. You guys are rocking, keep it up. Well, thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Oops. Helps if I grab the manipulator that I'm trying to grab. See if these larger boulders help make it feel a little bit tighter in here. It's going on. Hey, Fielder EQ. How's it going? Oop, that's too high. Come on. Alright. That should help. There we go. Was there something? I feel like there was another thing I wanted to adjust. Oh, I know what they were. It was over here. I wanted to... No, I wanted to leave that. But I did want to adjust this, so... Uh-oh. Zukin, you must have missed it. I'll have to refund you that. So you have a choice before I refund you those or not. Do you want to keep moderator or do you want to be VIP? Because Twitch is dumb and doesn't let me do both. Because Keith and Nick both did that as well. I'll just keep mod. Okay, give me a second. Rewards. Hold on. How did I do this again? Channel points. Manage rewards. There you go, Zukin. You should have gotten your points back. It's really dumb. I don't understand why they can't let VIPs or mods be VIPs or VIPs be mods, but no problem. There we go. So, kind of want it. Like that. And I'm just kind of maneuvering this so that there's a little bit more space in here to add mobs and such if we decide to put some mobs over here. Make sure there's not like a tiny divot or anything like that, like there is currently. That potentially could grab onto a character. You rocking it out today? Sorry, Zukin. Not. I guess I am kind of rocking it out. I'm more cliffing it out because I've been doing more cliff stuff, but I'm trying to just break up a little bit of the kind of line of sight and openness in some of these areas. Actually, I really don't think having this here is a good idea. Let's get rid of those. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit of placement on them. Falling off your cliffs. Yeah, well, hopefully you won't be able to get high enough up these to fall off of them. But we'll see. It'll really come down to where levitate ends up landing in terms of like functionality. Actually, I haven't tried levitate lately. I don't know if we've tweaked it or not, but last time I used it, levitate was like there was no drop to it, which I'm assuming is not where it will end up being in the end, but Okay, let's finish off this area real quick. Getting towards the end of my stream time here. I think I'm gonna try to that way. Crevice. I could pretend like if I really wanted to define that better, I would add another edge loop, but I'm gonna try to do this without adding that extra edge loop. So we'll see how it works. Again, trying to stick with the lower poly stuff if I can. That way people aren't able to like climb up the crevice, because the crevice you could potentially let players get further than I'd like them to. Meet. I'm gonna forward you my meeting schedule for the week and kindly ask you to stream during my free hours. Oh, that's funny. No guarantees, but I may stream outside of my normal streaming hours at times. It just depends what I'm doing. You're sad? That's not good. I missed an hour of content? Oh. Well, you are in luck. Because I'll post the VOD. Which, actually, I need to... I've uploaded all of the past VODs, and I keep forgetting to add the descriptions and actually publish them. So I need to do that. Thank you for the reminder. That's what I need an intern for, is to do all the YouTube uploading for me, because I always am really terrible at remembering to do it. Or I'll like do half of it and then I forget to do the other half. There we go. It's amazing how much just breaking up those straight edges can help. Actually, come on. This overhang a little bit more at that level, just to give it a slightly different feel from the other side. Nope. Quite what I want, but it's a little bit better. Cool. All right, guys. Whoa! As I accidentally just blasted my eardrums. That did not feel good. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it for the stream today. Bake that real quick. I think it's looking pretty good. But thanks, guys, for hanging out with me today. For anybody who's not aware of what we're doing, we're making an indie MMORPG titled Monsters and Memories. It's very classic first generation of MMO inspired. Excuse me. So think of EverQuest's Ultima Online, Dark Age of Camelot, that kind of late 90s, early 2000s era. That first link is our website. The second link is our Discord. If you have any other questions after checking out the website, that is a good spot to pop in. All of the developers are in there. There's like almost 4,000 people in the community as well. So someone will be able to answer your question. But the developers are, we're all pretty good at answering questions, especially if we're tagged. If you'd like to stay up to date, and don't want to join Discord, the mailing list is a good spot for you to do that. Also, if you're interested in any upcoming tests, which we don't have any dates for right now, those are the two areas that you're going to want to be in: the mailing list and Discord, because that's where you'll hear about it first. These are the other members of the team that stream. We all stream our own kind of area of the game. My streams primarily are level design and environment art based. Sometimes I do some like shader work or stuff like that as well. And then, yeah, we have a YouTube channel if you'd like to get caught up on any of the past VODs. We post them all up there. If you are watching on YouTube, please remember to like, subscribe, comment below, click the bell, all that fun stuff. The more engagement we get with those metrics, the more likely YouTube is to recommend M&M content to other people that like, classic MMOs and stuff like that. We're frequently asked, like, what's the best way to help the project? And right now, we're not taking any monetary donations or pledges or anything like that. So that is actually one of the best ways you can do that, or help us out, is to engage with those metrics for us. Oops, hold on. The YouTube is yelling at me because it wants to stop playing the music. Thank you for everyone who does that. If you're on YouTube and you want to join in on my live chats, there should be a link down below to my Twitch channel, Paytas the Ranger. If you follow, or if you click the link and then follow the channel, you'll get a notification whenever I go live. Also, you can opt into Discord notifications for streaming, and when anybody on the team goes live, you'll get a notification in Discord. My streams are currently Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and both Wednesday and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if I, cancel for any reason, Discord, I usually drop a message in the general chat. But beyond that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you especially to all of my subscribers. You guys rock. Your generosity is always appreciated. Other than that, guys, that is it for me today. I will see you guys on Monday. It's crazy that it's already the weekend. Later, guys.